out is that we are not using the air conditioner because it doesn't work. So the boat always has an interesting odor as we get aboard. It just propping this open. A little cardboard box. Jenny went up to the shop to grab something, so I'm hanging out for a minute. There are definitely times where you look around and you think, wow, there are 847 projects that need to get done. And it's a little overwhelming sometimes. Especially when you realize, like, you are paying for the privilege of being stressed out and doing projects. Anyway, one of the things I wanted to tackle today, and I'm still sort of, I don't know if you can see the expression on my face, I'm still thinking about this. Because, damn it, another freaking wasp's nest, and this one's on the inside. You've got to be kidding me. They've done like everything to get rid of these damn things. Let's see if I can zoom in on this. But it is effective, so. Just realized that I have no way to wipe this off my hands. Not really. What's the limit of how much poison you're supposed to have on your person before it's bad for you? I'm gonna guess 0. Anything positive of 0? Jesus. Makes a good solvent, though. All right. Let's move some stuff around. Think it tastes good? No. All right. So this is the area I was thinking of tackling today. I know some of you have made comments. You've seen the burner, and you know it's not ideal. I don't even know if it works. Little Princess 2-burner hob. And so, you know, there's kind of the debate, like, do you waste time taking this stuff out, knowing that as soon as we put the boat in the yard, they're going to rip all this out anyway? But I think for the sake of shooting video and doing some of the things that we're doing, we will take it out. And of course there's a fridge freezer thing underneath. And I'm sure something is holding that in, but I don't know what. Well, shoot, nothing's holding that in. Or almost nothing. Let me see if I can show you what I'm looking at under here. Turn it around before they stop watching the video. So you see it's... come on, camera. Do what I want you to do, not what you want to do. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can change the focus a little bit. I don't want to just jam the camera in there because I have a feeling that won't go well. Oh my goodness. That's the bottom of that hob. And I'm sure there's a catch or something somewhere in there. I don't know if I can... God, you can see the wood here. It's just falling apart. Ow. So yeah, I think we'll see. I think we're just going to fumble through this one a little bit and see what we can do. Do these do anything? You know what we should do? Okay, yeah, power's off. show you what I'm looking at here. Rotate. Hey, that's pretty good actually. So that's what I'm looking at right there. I think that bar is the only thing that holds this one side in. For some reason though, something on this right hand side is also sort of holding it. I don't know what. So I'm going to try and get both of those. Let me just try one more time. See if I can get this right side out. Okay. No, that's not how that works. Okay. I'm guessing, Jesus, I'm guessing that I'm pretty stupid. That's what I'm guessing. Stop putting my hand in the pile of wasp killer. Some of you will remember from the last video, I do not have any running water on the boat. Could have. I could fill up the water tank. The previous owner was very honest about it. He's like, hey, we got diesel in the water tank. So you're gonna have to, basically replace that tank. Now, one of my friends was like, put some soap and water in there and go out and roll around in the ocean for a while and then just pump it out until there's no, until there's nothing left. There's no diesel smell, no diesel taste. It is a fairly small tank, so I don't think it would be too difficult to replace it. I seem to be able to move this entire fridge, and yet I can't seem to get it up off of where it is. So weird. Oh, no, that's a rivet. I can't unscrew that. I want to take the fridge out so I can get to a couple of the screws on the bottom of that 2-burner hob. But I started this thinking, if I could get this hob out, I'd be able to see behind the fridge, which I would like to be able to look at. God, that's not held on by much either. When in doubt, pound it out. Alright, finally. Some kind of progress. See if I can get the camera to do what I want. So, I guess these two screws, I couldn't really see them from where I was. But, yeah, there we go. And then that's top of the fridge, edge of the burner. God, one of these days I gotta get somebody to show me how to use this camera properly. So, that's all there is to it. So now we can remove it. And since I have to go to the dumpster today anyway, I'll take those up to the dump. Oh, I got 2 sets of gloves down here. That's why. I was wondering why I had no gloves in my garage at home. So I brought a box down here, and then I also have a box for the boat. So I've got 2 boxes of work gloves, or these nitrile gloves down here, and none at the house. That explains a few things. I don't know why I didn't put these on when I started working. Anyway. Alright. One of the things that kind of sucks about working alone down here is, well, and filming, is that right now, for example, I'd really like to play some music for myself, for my own benefit. But the problem with that, with YouTube, is if I do that, then I've got to block it out. You know, I've got to get rid of it when we do the actual video editing. And it's just more work for me. So I don't really want to do it. So I will just work in absolute silence. Why am I taking that off? I don't need to take that off. Whoa, let's put that back down for a second. I'm just going to cut those. Assuming, of course, that I can find some shears in here, which I'm positive I have. Oh, that breeze feels good. Let's finally get a little bit of a breeze coming through the hatch. Look at that. Harbor Freight special. Unfortunately, I've already got this out. so I can crack into the plastic here, which is damn near impossible. Ta-da! Alright, I know I've already looked once, but I'm just going to look one more time. There is no... Alright. No electric coming in. You know, I've messed around with a lot of electricity in my life, and if I can't put a meter on it, no matter what you tell me, I'm still kind of nervous about what's going on. So we got to throw this away. Let's put that right there for now. That was the bracket on the underside that was holding it in place. And what I did, the bracket had little sheet metal clips wrapped around it, and I just put the screwdriver underneath it. I don't know if you can see it in the footage on the first time, but I just put the screwdriver underneath it and hit it and broke the brackets off both sides, which allowed this to, well, sorry, from this angle, it allowed it to drop down. So that's how we solved that. And yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, I'm going to take those home with me now that I know there's 2 boxes down here. Well, it was at that point that the camera stopped because it was getting too hot. And there's actually a lot more footage because I did a bunch of other stuff in the galley. So I guess we'll go ahead and call it for this particular one. We'll cut it off here. It's already twice the length that I kind of want it to be. But I am doing some actual work, and you can see some details. So if it's helpful to somebody to see all the, you know, stupid stuff that I'm doing, then great. Hope it helps somebody. In the meantime, thank you again all for watching. You know, if you follow the Instagram, you see we broke 5,000 subscribers the other day, which for us is a pretty big number. So we're really happy about that. And, you know, super thank you to everybody who's following the channel. It's, you know, without you guys watching it, it basically doesn't exist. So very happy that you guys are following. Thank you so much for that. If you want to go to roughneck6.com, you can see the links to Patreon and Instagram, and they're in the show notes as well. Patreon is like a great way to support us if you want to support us, because we won't get AdSense money for, I would guess, another year or so, just because it's going to take a while before we have enough watch hours. I think it takes, it's 3,000 or 4,000. 3,000 is for something and 4,000 is for something else, and I forget which is which, but we're in the hundreds. we're not even breaking 1,000 yet. So that's going to take a while, but this is video number 12. And the sort of the second half of this will be video number 13, and we're going to keep putting them out every week, Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when they release. That's when they drop. You know, so if you set your little bell icon, you know, as a reminder, you'll see those pop up in your feed. We appreciate everything from you guys. Thank you so much again for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.